Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Here is the Daskid 48 count premium quality color gel pens. This set includes 24 glitter, 12 metallics, 6 pastels, and 6 neons. The packaging says that they are non-toxic, acid-free, smooth application, free-flowing ink, perfect for arts, crafts, coloring books, diaries, invitations, planning, scrapbooking, ideal size for travel, handbag, backpack, or school bag. So this is how they arrive in a cellophane wrap with this sticker here on the front. And when you open these up, I've already opened them up and took a little peek at them. So put that to the side. They come in this very nice black case. It's very smooth, kind of almost silky feeling. It has the Daskid emblem here on the bottom. And it has a little handle, I guess, that you could carry it with, or maybe even hang it from. And it has a zipper that unzips. And inside, when you open this up, there is an area here. It's a, oh my goodness, it's an area, a sleeve, maybe, I'm not sure what I'm looking for right now, that your refills go into. And this set does come with 48 refills for all of the inks. So it's a nice little place to store your refills, which is very nice. And then this opens up and you have the 3 sections. You have your 24 glitters, then your 12 metallics, and then you have your 6 neons and your 6 pastels. They are beautiful pens. Let's just take a look at one here. On the pens, you have Daskid, and then you have the name of the color. In this case, it's Tangerine purple, and it is DG Daskid's Glitter 13, DG 13. And you do have the finger grip on these pens. And yeah, they're very, very beautiful. It's not often that I have found the gel pens that have both names and numbers, so that's really nice for swatching. So I thought that was great. And I found these just tootling around Amazon at the time I purchased these, and currently the price is $15.99. I will leave a link down below where these can be purchased. I think $15.99 is a great price for this set. It's the most budget-friendly that I've seen that comes, you know, with this type of a case. And I thought that we would swatch these out, take a look at them. I have my Jason Hamilton mandala book that will start a mandala in to take a look at these after we swatch them out. So yeah, let's jump right in and see what we find. I used my Jade Summer swatch book, and I just printed a page out here from the book, and that's what I will be swatching on today in the Jade Summer swatch books. They're $4.99, and they come with 50 pages like this. And I've just cut a couple out that I could actually make copies, so I would always have this. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to zoom this in for us, and we'll swatch these out, and then once we get them swatched out, we'll take a closer look and start a mandala with these. I just want to make sure that we're not getting a lot of blurriness. Okay, so our first one is DG01, and that's Venetian Red, and I've not tried any of these, so you're experiencing this as I'm experiencing this, and we're just gonna see what we have. Oh, seems very juicy on this one. That's nice. Very pretty. I love juicy gel pens, markers. And what I'm finding the key with your gel pens is check and make sure you're getting either 0.08 or 1 millimeter. Those seem to be the ones that are the juiciest. You get more flow out of those. Okay, the next is DG02, and that's American Rose. This one started out a little rough, and a lot of times you can just kind of dot your gel pens like that, and it will get them flowing really nice when they're new, or if they ever seem to want to like clog up a little on you or something like that. That will generally open them back up real nice. Okay, that one wasn't quite as juicy, but I mean, it wasn't bad. I think it's just having a hard start. We'll work with that one. Okay, DG03 is Flame. Flame. This one's nice and juicy. I want to compare these to the Colorits once we're done and kind of see what the similarities in the colors are, because the idea I had is if the colors, I've looked and I can't find just the refills for these, so I'm afraid that once this is DG04 Tangerine, I'm afraid maybe that once the refills run out, that they're I could not find anywhere to buy just the refills. But I wanted to see how close they were to the Colorits, because Colorit has the 48 set that has 24 glitters, 12 metallics, 6 neons, and 6 pastels also. And I was curious if the colors were very close, if it would be possible maybe to use the Colorit refills for these. DG05 is School Bus Yellow, because the Colorits are $29.99 for this package. That's the 48 like this, and these are $15.99. And I know the color names and numbers wouldn't be exactly the same, but I was just kind of curious if you could figure out a way maybe to make those refills work. So I'll take a look at that and see how similar these colors are. I mean, they may be way off. This is DG06 Pistachio, and I haven't even looked, so, and I do not believe this color is in the 48 of Colorit. It might be in the 48 glitter only, but I don't think it's in the 48 original set. And, you know, another thing too is just with these, I was thinking, you know, just having the travel case, and if you could find refills that you liked, could you refill these, since they seem to be very nice sturdy pens, could you refill them with other budget friendlies, so you have a nice travel case with your gel pens. This is DG07 Lawn Green. Okay, this one's having a hard time starting. Let me see. There we go. I think there was something over the end of it. It was weird. I just had to rub it off. But you know, most cases, if you look on Amazon, most of our cases are about $10 as like a starting price. So this is $15.99. So you're getting, you know, a nice travel case, and then 48 gel pens. Sea Green is DG08, but I know that the Daskid markers were recently discovered, and they seemed to be good quality. So when I saw these gel pens, I thought, gotta try this, gotta see if that might be a really good option, because I know that $30 for like the Colorits is a little much for some people, and I get that. I mean, that's a little steep even for my budget. DG09 is Midnight Blue, and this was just a lot more budget friendly, you know, $15.99 opposed to the $29.99. So I definitely wanted for you guys to be able to see these pens and, you know, play around the different options that you can use, because I think that even if we couldn't get the actual refills for these pens, that there are other refills we could get and, you know, match the colors close enough that we would at least be able to have a nice travel set of pens. DG10 is Cobalt Blue. Because I'm always looking for a bargain, and I am always looking for a way to kind of repurpose things and use them, you know, in different ways, or, you know, whatever. And I know that some people are just could not mix brands and, you know, maybe comprehend, keep up with that. You know, a lot of people's brains don't work that way. My brain does okay with that. So, you know, I can kind of keep that up, you know, keep up with that in my mind. GG11 is Indigo. But, you know, I mean, especially for just a nice little travel pack, something that would easily drop down, you know, in your purse or backpack or, you know, art bag or what have you, for just kind of traveling. I thought that it was a pretty good deal, and I wanted to share that with you guys and see what you guys thought. Okay, a DG12 is a Violets. And I think it's always nice to, you know, I really love being able to see reviews and demos when people do the actual unboxing, so you kind of see exactly how it arrives, and you get to see first impressions, you know, how things start up, how easily they start up, you know, all those kind of things. I think it's just really nice, or, you know, really neat to be able to experience that. DG13 is Tyrian Purple. And I'll definitely use this set, and then if I can't get the refills, I will refill them with just other refills, because there's lots of places where you can buy just glitter refills or gel pen refills, not necessarily just glitter. And so that's what I'll do, and then I'll use this as my travel set. So I'll have these swatched. DG14 is Raspberry, and then once they run out, if I find a brand of refills that I'm going to stick to, then I'll just do a different swatch, and so it'll be a match. And then, you know, if I'm just going to use random refills as time goes on, then I just won't worry about that at all. I'll just go with it, you know. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm rambling. DG15 is Crimson. It's like a very neon glitter. Alright. DG16 is Pumpkin. GG17 is Orange Peel. Okay. And then GG18 is Mustard. All right. DG19 is Kelly Green. All right. DG20 is Steel Blue. It's a pretty color. All right. Then DG21 is Licorice. It's actually a very nice black. DG22 is gray. It's gray. And this is just like, you know, I have some complaints with the color. This is more of a silver metallic in my opinion than glitter. It's just like a pistachio was kind of the same way. It was more of like a greenish metallic instead of glitter. The Colorit glitter set has some like that also that I feel are more metallic marker or pens than glitter. But DG23 is persimmon. And so and I wish when they did sets that they wouldn't do that, that they, you know, that they would just give a glitter like that. This gray right here, it could have just been a clear glitter in my opinion. You know, I would have rather had that than the silver, because I think we're going to get there is a silver in the metallics also. DG24 is chocolate. This one's got that coating on it too. I'm not sure what that coating is. Maybe it's something to keep the ink from like drying up maybe when it's being stored. I mean, it's a weird, it's almost like a, I mean, it comes off fairly easy, but it's almost kind of waxy. But some doesn't have, most doesn't have it, so I think maybe it was something at the factory that just didn't come off right. I'm not sure. Okay, and then we move into our metallics, and the first one is, these are labeled as DM, Daskid's Metallic 01, and this is Persian Red. This has it on it too. Some do, some don't. So yeah, if you get this set, don't get frustrated when you put it on paper and it's not wanting to work. Check for that. You know, just kind of rub it like with your finger or your fingernail, and it should come right off. You just kind of work with it a little. Okay. DM02 is Sands. And these are the metallics. Excuse me. DM03 is Carrot Orange. Okay. DM04 is Old Gold. DM06 is Silver. I believe the glitters are 1 millimeter, just like the colorets, and I believe the metallics are 0.08. And that's how the colorets are also. The colorets actually have the size written on the pen. These don't, but excuse me. Using them, it does, the metallic end is a tad smaller. DM06 is Hunter Green. And it's got that crap on it. Not sure what that is. But it's waxy. But I can tell with the glitters that they're a little larger, and it feels like the 0.01 or the 1 millimeter. And I can tell that the metallics have a slightly smaller point, and I would say it's a 0.08. Okay, DM07 is Royal Blue. Okay. DMO8 is called Sheen Gold. Sheen Gold. All right. DMO9 here is Fuchsia. Okay. Eggplant is DM10. Right, DM11 is Top Gray. And see, we already had a gray over here. So, yeah. And then we had a silver. Okay. DM12 is Forest Green. Forest Green. Alrighty. Then we move into our neons, and the first neon is DN for neon, Daskid Neon 01, and that is Mulberry. You guys in frame? Yes, awesome. I think these are also 0.08 millimeter. Takes a little longer to fill it in. Okay, DN02 is Sapphire. Okay. DN03 is bright green. Ooh, and it is bright. You can hear that green coming, it's so loud. When I think neon, this is what I think. Alrighty then. Then we have Lemon DN04. Right. DN05 is Orange Red. Well, I'm trying to get it back in its slot. My fingers weren't working with me. DN06 is Magenta. And then we move into our pastels. And DP01 is Coral. DP01 is Coral. These are also 0.8s or 0.08s. 0.8, 0.0. Is it 0.8 or 0.08? It's one of those. Sorry. My mind doesn't seem to be working very well today. Okay. DP02 is called Ultra Pink. Right, this one's acting like it doesn't want to cooperate. All right, here we go. Okay. Then we have the Snow White DP03. Of course, it's probably, yeah, it's not going to show up at all. It's working, though. So, yeah, white never shows up. So. Okay. DP04 is Banana. Right, then DP05 is Bright Orange. come on. This is the thing I don't like about pastels. I have all kinds of problems with my pastel pens all the time. This is why I don't often use pastels. I need a piece of paper I can just scratch this out on for a second. Okay, now let's see. I think this one just wants to give trouble. Well, this is kind of disappointing on this one anyway. What's strange is I'm doing it over here on my paper, and I mean, it's writing every time on my paper, so I don't know if there's something wrong with that area right there on this paper. I don't know. See, I mean, it's writing. Strange. Okay. Let's do the last one, which is DP06 Salmon Pink. I'm beginning to wonder if there's something underneath here, because I didn't put paper underneath it. Because that one kind of wanted to act up a little too. Where's me a piece of paper that I can put behind this? Let's just try putting this behind it. Can't find one right off the bat. Now, I'm not a fan of these pastels at all. Okay, so we've got our swatches. Let me zoom out for you guys. This is all, making sure you can see everything. That's all 48 right there of the swatches of the Daskid pens. Okay, so my opinion, based just off of doing the swatches, is there were a few pens that were kind of difficult to work with, like you saw that here on these pastels. Most of them worked really well. The pens themselves, not the ink on the inside, just the pen itself, if you are familiar with the look identical, truly. And that was what really struck me when I saw the set, is it looked so much like the Colorits. I'm not convinced maybe that the ink is necessarily the same company. We're going to look at the swatches side by side. I know for a fact that some of these colors are definitely not in the Colorits. But when you're looking at a price of $29.99 versus $15.99, I think this is a decent set, okay, for the price. I would definitely, if these were the $29.99, I would say, yeah, no, go with something else. But, you know, if you want a set that is in a carry case, now the Colorit case, Colorits, here's my Colorits. The Colorit case is a tad smaller than this one. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. This one's a little longer, and that's because it has more on the rows. The Colorit case is more, it's definitely a better fabric. The case is a better fabric, but there's nothing wrong with this case at all. So I think for $15.99, it's an okay, it's a good deal. It's okay. Especially when you take into account the price of just a case. And the one thing I do like about these Daskids better than Colorit is this little pouch here to keep your refills in. With Colorit, there is no pouches, and I have to keep them all turned with the clips to the side. That way I can kind of shove my box of refills in and push it together to zip it to keep my refills in the Colorit case, which makes it kind of tight when trying to close it. I kind of have to push as I go around to zip, and I don't know what that might do long term as far as the creases on the Colorit case. So I definitely like this pouch in the Daskid's case. So that's a definite plus. I also kind of like the way I can open the case up and all of the pens are exposed, where with the Colorit case, you have this to flip. So you're kind of flipping. Of course, that would make this more compact than this. So I think that part of it comes down more to preference. And for those of you that aren't familiar with a Colorit brand, then you know this would be your first experience. So I think that would, you know, not bother you guys at all one way or the other. So yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on this. Let's see if I can... Oh, I'm looking going, why is there glitter all over it? And then I realized I had this laying down on top of these glitter pens, and it got some glitter on here. Let me pull out my 48 set Colorit swatches so you guys can maybe see side by side. This is not the right swatch book. Okay, this is the right swatch book. Okay. So, here we go. This is the first row of the Colorits. These are the Daskids, and these are the Colorits. And then the second row, trying to figure out a way to block this so you guys can see that. Well, let's see. I don't really want to do this, but I will. Okay, so there's the second row. This is the Colorits, and these are the Daskids. And if you look, same. These two are the same. These two are the same. So there are a lot here that are the same. These two are the same. Same. These two are the same. These two are the same. Same. These two. These two. These two. Those two. Do you guys see this? Those two are the same. DG18 Mustard and 18 Cake are the same. Festive Green, of course we went through those, are the same. Let me do this last row here. Purple Faith and Fuchsia are the same. Same. Looks like these flip the way they're in the case. Yep, same. Look at that. The colors are almost identical in the entire Daskid 48 and the Colorit 48. There are a few different, like this pistachio is not in the Colorit set. That gray was not in this Colorit set either. Let me see if it happens to be in the 48 glitter only set. Let me put this back in its little page protector. Okay, let me pull this out. I'm not seeing a pistachio like color, because see, this pistachios, to me, it's more of a, yeah, I'm not seeing it. Now, platinum is what they call this, platinum in the 48 glitter set of Colorits, but in my opinion, that is a metallic. That is not a glitter. And actually, take back everything I just said just a second ago. Hold on, I found it. Platinum and this platinum and the gray's not together, but if you put platinum beside this silver. It looks the same. And also pistachio. Those two are the same. It is called Silver Sage in the Colorits. So, it would be possible to buy Colorit refills and refill these pens. It would be. Yeah, that's really awesome to know. So yeah, you could technically buy this and refill with Colorit refills. I'm amazed, and that was kind of what I wanted to know from the beginning is, are they basically the same pens, different manufacturer? The Colorits do seem to start a little easier, but of course I've never experienced the Colorits having that film over the bottom of the pen. So I mean, maybe with these Daskids, once that's completely gone, they may flow just as good as the Colorits. So yeah, that's really, really interesting. Okay, so what I've got today is the Art of Mandala. It is by Jason Hamilton. This book is, I believe, $4.99 on Amazon. I will leave a link down below to this book for any of you who might be interested. I'm going to start this one, and there'll be a lot of starting and stopping. I'll start, and then I'll pause, and I'll do some of the mandala, and I'll come back for length of video purposes, because we're already pushing an hour. But I'll give you a look at some of the mandalas that are inside this book. And it is Jason Hamilton. Some are much more detailed than others. And there'll be a link to this book down below also. Alright, so let's just kind of zoom in a little bit. And I'll be using just the Daskid's gel pens, and I'm just going to start, and I'm going to jump around with these colors and just try to put some colors down for you guys so you can kind of see. I'm going to start with the very first one, which was Venetian Red, DG01, and we'll start right here. And I'll get a little bit of this done, and I'll pause, and I'll try to do a little more, and we'll see how far I can get that way. I probably will not do the entire mandala because of just time, you know, restrictions, but we'll at least try to do enough that you can get an idea. This pen right here, this one, I feel no difference between it and the Colorits. I mean, I feel no difference. It's going down very smooth, very easy. Okay. All right. All right, so now I'm going to go in with DG04 Tangerine, and we will start working just under the red and add it. And this pen's also very juicy. And what I'll do for you guys, I'll end up posting it in the community chat area. By the time this video goes up, I will make sure I've done this. I'm going to compare my swatches of my Colorits next to these, and I will list what Colorit refills match which Daskid pen. That way you guys will have that chart in case you want to buy these with intent to refill with Colorit refills, and you know, save yourself some money on the front end by getting the Daskid instead of the Colorit, because that's quite a price difference, $15.99 to compared to $29.99. So I'll get that chart made up and written out for you guys so you'll know which refills match which pens, and that'll make that easier, because I know some of you may not have the Colorits right now and be buying these in addition So for anyone who wanted to start out just with the Daskids and refill with the Colorits, I'll get that all figured out for you guys and get that on a chart. I'll post that, like I said, in the community area, community chat area, and I'll also post that over in my Facebook group. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go in with GG08 Sea Green, and I'm going to start working just right over here. I'm really actually excited about these because, I mean, $15.99, that's almost half price. It's like $1 more than half of the price of the Colorits. Now, you know, like I pointed out, the case is probably a little better quality, but I really like the fact that you can store the refills. So I kind of, personally, I like the Daskid's case better. And I'm excited that it looks like there is pretty much a color match for every one of these pens. So that's really cool for me, because that means that I can just buy Colorit refills. Yay! So that's nice. Okay, next I'm going to go in with Mustard, which was DG18. Add that here. It's a pretty color. It's very bright. Hope you guys are enjoying the sound of my birds chirping away. I decided to open up the door and let some fresh air in. It's actually nice today, the weather. We've been having some rain again. Surprise, surprise. But it's not raining right now and it's nice out. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do American Rose just for these little lines here. And these are not necessarily the colors I would choose if I were, you know, coloring this mandala. Just, you know, to be coloring, what I'm trying to do is kind of give you guys a look at several of the different colors that are here in this set, kind of, you know, all together, so you can kind of see how they color. So this is more of just a demo of all the colors. I'm not so much worried about the colors I'm laying down. Okay, let's do Midnight Blue, DG09. Okay. It's pretty dark, but it's a very pretty color of blue. And I'm not really concentrating on filling in every teeny tiny spot. I'm more just trying, like I said, to give you guys an idea. I would be going much slower if I were, you know, doing a full mandala. You know, just to be coloring that myself. I think it's a beautiful color of blue. Okay. Oh, do you hear that loudness in my kitchen? That is my mother-in-law. And I'm like 2 rooms away. I generally try to close the door that leads down to the enclosed garage where my room is whenever I'm filming, but I did not think to close it, so she's actually getting ready to go by her doctor and do a little bit of shopping. It's her favorite activity. Of course, it's mine too, but not the kind of shopping she likes to do. I like art stores and things like that. All right. Okay, next I'm going to put in the DG15 Crimson. And I'm just going to add it right here. It's bold, it's bright. And we're going to finish this up. I don't think I'm going to do much more on camera, but I mean, this has given you guys a really good idea of how these pens perform. And that's probably, you know, the most important thing. I know you guys really like to see things finished on camera, but I'm telling you, when I do a mandala, it takes a very long time. Just pausing and coming back, you cannot. I've spent so much time, even just to this point, doing this. It doesn't seem that way because the video is shorter, but you know, I've only been doing a little bit on camera and then turning it off and just kind of going and relaxing and working on it a little bit, and then coming back and starting the next color, so you guys don't get a real sense of how long I've worked on mandalas 3 hours or more before when I try to do them with like gel pen, especially if I'm trying to be super careful and make sure I've got super good coverage. I forgot the blue right there. Ah, that's me, right? I do love my gel pens. Okay. Let's see. That's pumpkin. Got orange peel. I'll try to finish up just these parts of the mandala here, and then that'll be a good stopping point. So, I mean, I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching this little review and demo. Like I said, I do believe, in my opinion, that the Colorits, I believe the ink may flow and perform a little better than these. Of course, it's like I said, there's some kind of weird substance that was on the tips, almost like it was protecting the ink, and it's quite possible, because some of these are super juicy, and I think it is quite possible that once all of that's gotten off the ends really good, that these things may actually perform identical to the Colorits, but, you know, that's just my first unboxing impression, is that some of them didn't quite perform as well. But the fact that the colors are matching is wonderful, because you could always refill these, you know, with the Colorits. And like I said, I'll get you guys a chart on that. Because if there's a hack, I'm telling you, Donna is going to find it. It's like it's in my nature to find these little hacks. And I've always been that way. I'll see something and I'm like, that looks just like, you know, whatever, insert, expensive thing, and I think I can make this do that. And I work on it and I figure it out. And Gary's the same way too, except he does it with all kinds of, you know, other things. But so we're a great match there. And, you know, when I got these in the mail, I opened up my Colorits right beside these, and I was showing them to Gary, and I'm like, Gary, are they the same? Are they the same? And he's like, Donna, I'm going to tell you, I really do. I think they look almost identical to me. And I'm like, that's what I thought too. You know, I'm like, that's why I bought them. I want to show everybody these, because I think that's just crazy. And I wanted, you know, to kind of try to figure it all out on camera with you guys. And I mean, you guys know I'm that way with my markers, man. I'm always looking for markers and saying, you know, what marker is this or what marker is that? Trying to find those matches. All right, I'm going to use raspberry. Found some markers that I can't identify. I don't think I've ever seen anything that looks like them on Amazon, and I posted them over on the Facebook group, and I'm going to keep an eye on those. I am seriously considering purchasing those to do, you know, a test on. It's hard for me right now to, I guess, for the sake of testing, but it's hard for me to find the excuse to buy more markers because I have so many. But, you know, it's so much fun to me to discover new things, and I have so much fun with it. So much fun with it. All right, so that's where I am now, and that's just, you know, the outside of the mandala. And like I said, I wasn't trying to put colors down like I normally would. I like using very limited palettes when I color. So, you know, to me, putting lots and lots of colors is very distracting and almost gives me a little bit of anxiety to see so many different colors all together. But this hopefully gave you an idea of how these perform. Like I said, I'll get a chart together of the colors as I see them matching up with the Colorits, and I will list that on the community chat area, so you guys will have access to that. I'll also list it over in the Facebook group. The link to the Facebook group is always in the description of the video. The book we've been using is The Art of Mandala, Jason Hamilton. The gel pens were the Daskid Gel Pen 48 sets. We did the color chart here, and there's all the colors from that. And yeah, so that's today's video. I hope that you have enjoyed this. Check out the links below. I'll have the links to the gel pens, the Jason Hamilton book, as well as to the Jade Summer Swatch book, where I get these from. And I'll have all that linked down below for you guys. So until next time, guys, peace, love, and happy coloring. Bye, guys.